I've been out running amok all day, doing little errands and getting all of my adulting done so that I can kind of party for the rest of my days off this week because it's gonna be my birthday extravaganza. So I'm pretty excited. A lot of us are gonna go out gallivanting around town tomorrow, and people are gonna be joining in different stages, so it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. There's also an Aries new moon and a solar eclipse tomorrow. I think that it's taking place at like the night of tomorrow, but like at midnight. So depending on what calendar you're looking at, like I think on Llewellyn's it has it listed as happening on Thursday the 20th. But in my Magick of I planner, it has the full moon on the 19th. So that is according to Pacific time. So it just depends on where your time zone is. But you can kind of observe it on, the days leading up and after. So it'll work either way. But with the new moon, when you want to use the manifesting energy of the waxing, the best time to do it is, you can do like a ritual where you're like setting your intentions and like figuring out what you're going to plan to do. And then once the new moon happens, it's the time following the new moon where the light begins to build, where there's all that energy. So during the actual new moon itself, you can be like relaxing, doing spiritual connection, like maybe doing some divination and journaling and things, but it's like right after that new moon, like the last thing you want to do in your ritual once you're all primed and like you pass that kind of, point, is start doing those, the journaling about when you're writing that intention out, or when you're praying and speaking it out, or if you do like a ritual bath or a burning or things like that to really solidify. It's just more potent to do it just after the new moon instead of right before. And you can still kind of connect with that energy really potently for a couple of days following a new moon. And just through the Kabbalistic lens, the new moon is the seed level energy of the whole lunar month. So that energy, that Aries energy that we had at 0 degrees last new moon, we're having it at 29 degrees. We've gone the whole slice of pie out of the astrological wheel of Aries. We've done the whole journey. And so now we're at the final degree of maturity of Aries once again in that new moon. So really cool energy, very good for new beginnings and setting intentions. It's going to be very magical. There's also a solar eclipse tomorrow. So I would say that there can be some really intense things that happen. You might have a big opportunity come through, or like something that you've been working on may come to a culmination. I know I'm already hearing about people having like promotions and like kind of some big life changes going on. So hold on, buckle your seatbelts, put your helmet on. Don't worry though, because I think that whatever changes are happening, they're happening for the unfoldment of your highest good and your ultimate fulfillment. It's when we are holding on to things that we can't let go of, that aren't really serving us anymore, that aren't really authentic, but we're attached, or we feel guilty, or we don't have the strength or courage to just go ahead and do it or face it and move on or move forward or make that change. Sometimes eclipse season brings that around. If you've already been putting your efforts into making those changes, then the eclipse season might bring you a boon or a blessing or some advancement or progress because of it. So it's a mixed bag and it's anybody's game, but it's going to be, possibly kind of chaotic. So just be careful, mind your P's and Q's, don't get into any arguments or altercations with people. Emotions will be running high. People will be on edge. So just try to, you know, peace and release and, you know, one love it where possible. Okay, our first card is contemplation time. Spend time alone, meditating on what you truly desire. This is like what we were just talking about kind of reflecting on this energy of Aries. How do you want to use this seed level of energy? Where do you want to put this new like surge of energy and inspiration and motivation into? I think a lot of us here are, if we haven't already begun our new beginnings or like started to, you know, put pieces in motion into that direction, we're getting really clear on what it is that we want. And so it's time to start executing that vision or use this Aries new moon energy to, it's probably best to focus in on something that you're already working on and focused on and intended on. Because like we've been talking about recently, if you just had a brand new idea come to you in the last day, it's probably not a good idea to like start that journey right this second. I would wait 40 days until after eclipse season is over. But if it's something that you've already been, it's like the ball has already been in motion kind of thing, and the wheels have already been turning, then that's where you want to like refocus all of your energy and intent and perseverance into that, into doubling down your efforts, because you want to open yourself up to the possibility of miracles. And the more effort that you put in, the more you're gonna get in return. And so all that energy is just gonna like support you even more. So use that energy while you can. It's like a powerful wave. Like an eclipse is going to be powerful energy, and so you can utilize that energy. And it's just that it's so raw and like unfiltered. It's not bad or good or malicious or whatever. It's just so raw that it's going to be amplifying whatever's there, and it's going to be revealing what was unseen and drawing to the surface. So yes, things are going to shift and change, and probably for the good. I'm feeling very positive, very excited. So even if you have something that seems maybe like a little bit scary or unpleasant or jolting or unexpected, I believe that this is leading us in a positive, really great direction. So use this energy now to just really focus in and imagine that life that you want to be in. Really connect with your reasons why. And then how you want to feel and how you already feel, and utilize small ways that you can already be in that having of that dream fulfilled now. You can always do it in small ways. You can realize a dream in stages and in layers. In one way or another, I've kind of done everything I've ever wanted to do. I may not have gone, you know, to the ultimate heights in those areas, but I've had experiences with things that have given me enough of a taste of something where I'm like, oh, is this something that I have so much desire for that I want to like double down and keep going, persevering through phase 3 of creation phases into creation phase 4 of manifestation. Or I've had the experience now and I'm ready to direct my attention into something that has like deeper meaning and, you know, has a deeper sense of purpose for me. Something that gives me a sense of, you know, bringing goodness into the world and being of service to others, you know, and using the things that are unique to me, right? And so that might be what we're thinking about over, you know, this weekend and this week. You know, we're starting in on this whole new story of our lives. We can rewrite it however we want. And so it's great to reflect and contemplate and take your time and really get clear on, you know, how it is that you want to live. What kind of life do you want to create for yourself? What do you want your day-to-day to be like? You know, what kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? What kind of experiences are you looking forward to? Give yourself time to sit quietly long enough for your soul to come through and kind of lead you in a direction. So yeah, contemplation time. All right. I don't know if I introduced the reading today, but this is totally Tuesday. We do our Oracle manifestation reading for the week, where we take a look ahead at what we need to know in regards to our manifestations and our goals and the things that we're trying to create in our lives, how we can embody more of our potential, and how we can overcome our pitfalls. Dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. Oh my gosh, this is so on the nose for a new moon ritual. It's like visualize, get clear about your intentions, super clear, ruminate in the feeling of having it. Dream as big as you can with no limitations. Believe with absolute certainty. Don't leave any room for doubt that you have any room for failure. Just know that success is imminent. And yeah, let go of any small thoughts or any tendencies to dim yourself or settle or think that something's not going to work out or, oh, it was too good to be true kind of stuff. Like, don't. None of that. None of it is too good to be true. Dream big and don't give yourself a limit. Let yourself be absolutely insane this new moon and believe that anything is possible and like hold out for miracles and we'll see what happens. We're just going to agree just for this new moon, we're going to be insane for the next 2 weeks. We're going to have delusions of grandeur that anything's possible. Okay, what next? Ta-da! Oh, watch your thoughts. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the universe is like, yo, everything is poised to come through. It's just you have to stay in the right frequency. Like, don't get freaked out and fuck up. Just be happy. Just be in a state of bliss. Don't worry. Don't analyze. Don't wonder about how and when and why and where and how. Just do your thing. Be blissful, stay focused on what you're creating, stay focused on what you're calling in and how you want to feel, and be careful not to entertain thoughts of criticizing the situation or yourself or others in your mind. Try to switch the channel when you catch yourself doing that. Switch the channel when you notice that you're like noticing all the things in the situation that you hate or that you wished weren't that way, because the more you focus on that right now, like our powers are amplified because of this eclipse and this new moon energy all happening. So be really careful not to go down a downward spiral of negativity and dissatisfaction, because you could start, you know, kind of like sucking and attracting unpleasant chaos towards yourself. So, or, you know, maybe just slow your progress down or block yourself from receiving, you know, something that's ready to come in. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. So keep your eye on the ball. Keep thinking about your dreams playing out exactly how you want them to. Stick the landing, okay? You're fantasizing. It's your fantasy. So you can, it's so funny, me and this girl at this table that I had recently, she was like, where would you travel right now? And we were talking, and I said something about I would want to go to the Amalfi Coast and Greece. And then we were talking about something being expensive. And I said, oh, I'm traveling like first class. I mean, this is the fantasy, right? We don't have to limit ourselves. Let's go all out. She was like, yeah, good point. So this is your fantasy. Go all out. Have no room for failure. In fact, like, get ridiculous with it. Like, go over the top, get campy, that it works out so well. That'll actually even be better, because if you dream so big and visualize yourself and it all working out so well that it's almost ridiculous, almost like a parody or a satire, that's even better, because it does something that bypasses your subconscious it's like when I accidentally manifest things that I joke around about all the time. It's because when I'm joking, it's like I'm lighthearted, ha ha ha, and my defense mechanisms are down. And so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying. And so my mind isn't going, oh, that couldn't happen. That's not possible. So maybe by fantasizing to a degree of almost facetiousness, you can suspend your disbelief, get laughing and blissful, and really like lighthearted levity. Like your energy is very high vibrational there. And so I think that maybe that'll help you get over the hump and like draw in the big blessing or the big boon that can like you can take all this energy and you can direct it. What's going to help is if you sacrifice your ego in the process, meaning you overcome fears, you overcome doubts, you see your doubts and you feel them and you choose to believe anyway, or you choose to take action based on your faithful belief, even though there's no guarantee. Like doing those things, like those leaps of faith and those, you know, putting yourself out there, those are sacrifices. You know, going against your tendency to maybe get self-defeated or angry or whatever. Every time you notice that coming up in yourself and you're able to choose differently with your free will because you want to heal that and transmute it, it like gives you this supercharged energy. And what that does is it takes that extra light that's available to us right now, and it transmutes it into a strength. If you grab at a high during this time and like short circuit with your ego, then that light gets taken and transmuted into your negative side. Like on the scale over here, like I like to use my little visual, my scales. When there's light available, and we do things to, you know, correct our soul, the weaker parts of our personality. We take energy that is allotted to us for this lifetime to do something with, and we transmute it, and it goes to the side of good. So it helps us. It becomes something that brings blessing into our life, or that allows us to be of greater service to others. If we take energy in a reactive way, like say somebody like did something and it made you mad and you got really vengeful and you actually like took revenge on them and you felt so good and you got all this high on feeling all justified and ha ha ha, serves you right. But the thing is, like, you took a reactive energy and it like you took this energy that's just raw. But because you were reactive and you weren't thinking about it, but you kind of like got back at somebody because they did something that you didn't like. And so that took that energy that could have been changed, and you could have been like, you know what, I'm just gonna give the benefit of the doubt, or, you know, I'm just gonna err on the side of, you know, just like even having a good conversation, a heart to heart, a healthy confrontation. But whatever, if you're doing it in the spirit of like ultimately working through in a positive way, that energy goes to the light. If you go off topsy-turvy and you go off on somebody, or you do something underhanded, or, you know, you're like gossiping or like doing some plotting against someone or whatever, then that energy is going to the side of the negative and it's going to cause you chaos. Or if you get cut off in traffic and you're just like, rah, you know, you're really reactive, and then you go into the store and then you're like snapping at people, like that kind of thing, that draws energy to the negative side as well. And it creates energy around you that you're going to have to work through, that's going to be chaotic and unpleasant until you can get back to that, you know, that positive balance. So I don't know how I went off on that tangent, but it's watch your thoughts. Definitely watch your thoughts over the next couple of days, because you want to watch what you're manifesting. Such assurance. Eee! This is my favorite card. Yay, happy birthday me. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So just in case we weren't convinced by being assigned to get clear on our intentions with some contemplative time, dream big. Don't have any shadow of a doubt that anything is possible for you, because it is. Dream bigger. Don't limit yourself at all. Watch your thoughts. Have zero doubts. Don't let yourself entertain for 1 second that it's not working out for you. And we are reassured that the best is yet to come and the worst is behind us. I will say that every time I've ever gotten this card, like particularly in times of severe worry, and like when I was really scared about things that they could have been like big, crises, this card has come up, and not one time has it let me down. So if there's anything right now where you're like, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna play out? Or, oh, you're starting to feel like, is this ever gonna work out? Or are my efforts ever gonna pay off? Just know that we're coming through this initiation period, and we've just come through the other side of Passover and Easter, and we are in a time of rebirth. It's just like the next 40 days, the time of Omer also coincides with this eclipse season. It's like kind of like the testing grounds where we have to like earn the bread that we just got. So keep trusting, keep having faith, and keep practicing your new self, because we're up-leveled self right now from now on. And so up-leveled self doesn't get lazy and slip into the complaining and moaning and, being tired and like, distracted and like easily influenced by all the changes and moody and all that stuff. Up-leveled self knows that they have to have a regular regime of contemplative time, of staying focused on their intentions and making sure that their energy and their mindset is matching that. Like, for instance, if I am thinking about this channel and I'm thinking about all the fun that I'm having making the videos, and I'm like enjoying making them, and I'm enjoying posting them, and I'm enjoying like answering comments and questions and chatting with people like from around the world, like that is a very expansive way to approach the channel. But if I'm thinking about the channel with like, worry, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it monetized, like, and I'm kind of like anxious and neurotic about it, then that starts to like throw me out of resonance, even with something that is good, and that it's like totally in alignment for me. Does that make sense? So like, that can cause confusion, right? And it's really just our mindset. It's about our perception, our energy. So whatever you are manifesting and calling in and building, just know that we're in the process. We're in a state of becoming. It's not out there. It's already here. We're just, piece by piece, getting there little by little. So stay optimistic. Stay better than that. Stay confident and certain in the Creator that all of this is playing out for your highest good, that it's going to be a little bit suspenseful because it's also playing out that way to evolve your consciousness, to evolve your trust, to evolve your faith, and to build the vessel. This is where we get our grit, we grow our faith stronger, and we grow our self-worth deeper by not giving up. By not giving up on ourselves, by not giving up on our dreams. We're going to continue to show up, be consistent, stick to our guns, stick to the healthy boundaries, and keep our hearts boundaried but open. So we're wise, open hearts, okay? It's not closed off, it's not suspicious, it's just, wise, conscious steps. And then, staying open to life's opportunities and, signals and guidance. But I think that we're really close to some big things happening and big breakthroughs and new experiences. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow and get this workshop done and uploaded before I go out for my birthday celebrations. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Liz_Taylor_Magick, and you can catch our Monday, Wednesday, Friday readings there first in a blog form before we come on and talk about them later. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow for our workshop. Ciao.